10 most effective martial arts in real fights. Fighting in the street is illegal, whether you are using martial arts skills to take part in a mutually agreed bout or retaliating to an attack. The law applies to everyone, with fighting posing a lot of danger to everyone involved, which can end in fatalities. With that being said, life isn't always black and white, and sometimes running away or avoiding aggression is impossible. The worst trouble hits when we least expect it, with people getting thrown into life and death situations in the blink of an eye. In these moments, the only choice people have is to put up a fight to protect themselves, with those trained in martial arts more likely to come out as the victor. In this video, we will show you the 10 most effective martial arts styles for real-life fights. But before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. That way, you will never miss one of our future unbelievable videos. Number 10. Taekwondo. Taekwondo is a popular martial art that started in the 1950s in South Korea. These days, it is a popular combat sport that has even been part of the Olympic Games since the early 2000s. In its original form, Taekwondo was created for self-defense. It is a full-contact style that trains you to use your arms and legs as weapons, to strike with immobilizing punches, kicks, knee strikes, and elbow strikes. It also uses basic grappling, which can be used to avoid a dangerous situation. Taekwondo is a full-contact martial art that teaches its students how to fill every strike with a lot of power. While the emphasis of Taekwondo is a self-defense style of fighting, it also has offensive teachings to get out of a dangerous situation quickly. Number 9. Krav Maga. Krav Maga was founded by the Israel Forces in the 1950s, which is a street fighting style. Unlike other martial arts, Krav Maga isn't a sport. This means there are no rules to abide by and has no competitions. It is a style that will teach a fighter many techniques you will not find in any other fighting style, which could offer an upper hand. Krav Maga trains people for real-life fighting scenarios and not potential situations. Training can be very physically and mentally intense, but will push a person's mind and discipline to their limits. Krav Maga classes are not for the faint-hearted, as instructors prepare for real-world situations, often using various methods to trigger fear and adrenaline. You may get sneak hits and yelled at, but this is nothing compared to real-life threats. Number 8. Boxing. There is a misconception that boxing isn't an efficient way of fighting in everyday life because it only uses the hands. There are no kicks, unbreakable clinches, or grappling. While this could be a disadvantage, boxing offers a lot when it comes to self-defense and reflexes. Boxing is useful in an everyday fight because it teaches people how to use their mental and physical skills. Because those who practice boxing are involved in hard sparring on a regular basis, they know how to take a hit, as well as take the perfect opportunity to strike. Boxing allows fighters to condition themselves to absorb hard punches, stay focused, and counter with precision blows. Number 7. Muay Thai. Out of all martial arts, Muay Thai is one of the most complete styles. While it will always be a topic for debate, Muay Thai is one of the most complete and effective striking martial arts in the world. Muay Thai is known as the art of 8 limbs because fighters can strike with just about anything they can, including the knees and elbows. The emphasis of the style is mainly on powerful kicks, while punches are used to close the distance and get a clinch. In fact, fighting inside the clinch is another important factor of Muay Thai. Number 6. Karate. A misconception is that karate came from Japan. In fact, it originated from the Okinawans, who lived in an independent country called Okinawa, which is now part of Japan. Karate is not just one form of martial arts, but a term that covers multiple. This includes Shotokan, Goju Ryu, Kyokushin, Shito Ryu, and many more. Karate is an incredibly effective self-defense style of fighting which doesn't teach a set of standard responses to a full range of scenarios, but instead focuses on a set of principles that can be applied to any situation. This versatility can also be brought into a real-world fight against an aggressor trained in another form of martial arts. While karate teaches a person fighting skills, it doesn't promote aggression. Instead, it focuses on awareness, avoiding and de-escalating conflict. This, for many, would be the ideal outcome when a fight is about to break out. Number 5. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is a grappling-based martial art and one of the most practical fighting styles when it comes to street fighting. Even though it focuses on fighting on the ground, it also works well against striking and grappling-focused martial art styles. It is also one of the only styles that will allow you to successfully overpower a stronger attacker. This is why many female fighters practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as a form of self-defense. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is ideal for holding your own in a fight, as the average person doesn't have the knowledge of fighting on the ground, which will give them a huge disadvantage. Fighting down on the ground is a whole new world for even the most experienced fighters, which can eliminate any threat they posed before the takedown. Number 4. Wrestling. Wrestling is one of the oldest martial arts on the planet, being included in the Olympic Games since ancient times. It is a form of combat that focuses mainly on grappling and has no form of attacking at all. Wrestling is one of the only martial arts that won't teach you to finish a fight, instead teaching people to win by overpowering and holding their opponent down. While this might not sound like the best fighting form when it comes to a real-life fight, it can actually be incredibly helpful in taking control of a situation with minimal injuries to both parties. Wrestling is one of the most physically demanding martial art forms, which makes them some of the toughest fighters on the planet. They are incredibly strong, have impressive stamina, and execute strategies depending on the situation they are put in. Number 3. Sambo. Sambo is a hand-to-hand fighting martial art created by the Russian military in the 1920s. It is one of the only combat forms that was designed to mix the most practical forms of striking and grappling techniques in one style. In fact, Sambo can be compared to MMA and even regarded as its predecessor. Sambo is an all-around style that trains a fighter how to deal with different hand-to-hand situations during a fight. Apart from the usual grappling and striking, it also teaches more dirtier techniques, such as eye gouging and groin strikes. While this may not sound like an honorable way to fight, if you were to be attacked and your life was on the line, anything goes. Number 2. Mixed martial arts, MMA. MMA is brutal, with many outside of the sport wondering how it could be legal. MMA is a combination of several grappling and offensive techniques that are effective in an everyday fight. The strikes are hard and fast, which could quickly defuse an aggressor. What makes MMA one of the best forms of fighting is that it is effective against many other styles because of its diversity. MMA doesn't train just one style and makes its fighters face real dangers when in a ring or octagon. When coming up against an average person who wants to get aggressive, this way of fighting could be devastating to an attacker and will teach them to think twice about coming after people. Number 1. Lethwei. Lethwei is a martial art that isn't that popular in the Western world for the simple fact that it is an illegal style. In fact, Lethwei is one of the most brutal forms of fighting ever invented. It originally came from Myanmar in the southeast of Asia and is similar to Muay Thai. While it shares similar techniques, those training in Lethwei fight with bare knuckles, as well as using headbutts as a way of beating their opponent down. Lethwei may be a brutal martial arts form, but it is perfect for those forced to fight in everyday life. In a street fight, there are no rules, just like Lethwei. Fighting with bare knuckles can be incredibly painful, but if you have been training in Lethwei, you would already be accustomed to it. Learning and mastering different forms of martial arts not only allows you to fight and defend yourself, but also enhances other areas of your life, including discipline, physical health, and humility. Above all else, the techniques you learn could save your life if the wrong person was to target you to channel their aggression. If you enjoyed this video and don't want to miss a future upload, don't forget to subscribe to Brutal TV and ring the notification bell. That way, you will never miss one of our future uploads. Thanks for watching.